YouTube, how the heck you doing? This is Corey here at the Watcher of Realms. So we actually went up against our, I guess, like sister guild. They're Eternals. They renamed to Celestials main. Fantastic, right? So we're going to go through the attacks, the defenses. I didn't have any defenses this round, but we had some attacks. We had 2 wins and 1 dog, right? So hey, if you're going against the second best guild in the game, I'll take it. So let's just see how we did, what worked, and all the things that didn't work. As you can see, not much worked. Not much worked. So let's see what happens here. So this team, and you can see, right? You're gonna see what happens. This team is disgusting. Just how it functions, just what it did. So first and foremost, the win condition. Just so you know, win condition is I need to go ahead and proc Brokir Shield. Watch what Ezreal does and watch what Ingrid does, right? So 3, 2, 1, they hits. Ezreal heals him, heals him, heals him. 42k, right? So automatically at this point, this run is done. I needed Brokir's passive to get popped because I'm going to drop Maw. And then I'm going to drop shields, the Fool, right? So here we go. Mari, she's going to ult, freeze him. Or at least, like, give passive damage, whatever. The Fool shields him. This is already way too late. He's going to go ahead and try to proc Brokir. But at this point, Praetus is ulting. Brokir is not going to die. There's just no chance. So my only option is axes. The Fool needs to shield Maw here, but he shields the axes, right? So at this point, Ingrid's going to just pop them. Mari's going to ult them. I don't have enough units to either fly over or use the dogs to really get through. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to probably wait, 10 cost, send the dogs. Brokir's going to block for them. So I have 2 block remaining. That's going to get through. Mari's probably going to freeze them. Praetus is going to kill them. Ingrid's going to kill them. There's just no shot, right? So watch this. I try flyers. Probably to proc Brokir. Wait for 10 costs. Dogs. Bam. just no chance, right? So that's a loss. I kind of chalk it up to BP issue, right? Honestly, looking at it now, I probably should have max affiliated the axes instead of Maw. That would have probably given me a better chance. Especially with a comp like that. If the win condition is... Because honestly, I think my Maw would be fine. The win condition is axes need to go ahead and take out the unit. Should have done with the axes, right? Max affiliate them. We actually got 2 wins off of this one. So this one, I'll remember this. I'm going to explain this because it's very tricky, because you have to be aware of the awakenings, right? Thalin A3, whenever he ults, he's going to draw the units back to the spear. I know the name, but it's like I don't want to butcher it. And then Pelagios, well, I think his autos have the chance to proc his Whirlpool, which will bring the units back, right? So watch this. I drop the tank, and then I drop the Fool. Reason why I do that is this is all magic damage. All this is magic damage. Watch this. Thalin ults. He constantly is pulling this tank back. Pelagios doesn't even get to ult. So that means the Fool gets to shield him again. Take no damage. Then Thalin ults. Brings him back. That means Pelagios. Praetus didn't get to hit him at any point during that ult. That's literally the perfect example of just anti-synergy there. So we go ahead and drop the healer and the Necros. And at this point, this run is pretty much done as long as I'm able to tank Pelagios. Reason being is I know Praetus is going to constantly hit. Look, see, he's hitting the skeletons. He's not hitting the Necros themselves, just the skeletons. So I can drop another set of Necros and healers and watch. Speed this up. The swarm is officially in effect. I have all these units starting to pop up. One set of dogs. even though I'm getting brought back, I'm not concerned because I'm still healing. These units are good. They're not dying. And then bam, dogs again. And just look at this. Look at this board, right? Perfect. And they're just going to fly through here. Once again, I don't even care that they're over here. Because realistically speaking, they're not necessarily in that Praetor tile. They're not getting hit. All these units are not getting hit. So it's just easy at that point. Alright? So that's just a perfect example of just, if you slow it down, those units work well together, but not when they're A3. Realistically speaking, A2 Tholin would have probably been a little bit better than A3, because A3 is basically, or at least the placement, right? Because realistically speaking, and I'll kind of replay this because I attacked this team twice. I'm just gonna like break this down for you, right? So even if Tholin, in my opinion, was A3 still, but he actually puts him here instead, right? Watch this. He's still gonna ult this area, but he's actually gonna keep the units a little closer into this Praetor spot. Alright? As long as they're in this area, Praetor can hit. So that means he probably would trigger it whenever they get over here. Which is overall just better. Slow this down. And even if that's not the case, putting Tholin back here would have been better. Because he has that 2-tile range. I wouldn't really care about getting the damage over here. I'd mainly want him over here. So if a unit gets behind Brokir, Tholin... Pause this. Tholin inflicts stuns whenever he gets his spear back from his ult. So what would happen is, if any unit actually gets past Brokir, they get into this like central tile here, they're getting stun locked, ideally by Tholin, right? They're still able to be hit by Praetor. There's a chance that Brokir can go ahead and freeze units as well, right? Whenever he gets out of his ult. And then finally, with Pelagios, and you can kind of just copy this rationale, right? But with Pelagios, if Pelagios ults, there's a chance he actually just ults here and will bring the units kind of into this little corridor, maybe even back to Brokir. It all just depends on the pathing, right? 9 times out of 10, I'm willing to bet, they'll actually get brought back to Brokir. So, dogs just make it through here. And watch, Neckers just keep spawning. There's just not enough damage at this point because all that anti-sting. I actually go ahead and kill Tholin, right? Tholin just dies. And it's literally because there's dogs that are able to get through here. There's just not enough damage because they just constantly just got pulled back, right? So, just a little bit unlucky. Realistically, if you're going to copy that comp, I would probably do Tholin back one. Or if you don't have like Tholin, for example, there's so many alternatives. You could use like Reeves, which I think they use here. I challenge this team. I don't know what I was doing. I'm going to be honest. There are certain teams that they have, that Eternals has, that I'm just like, what am I doing? Right? So, I think, oh, I remember this. Basically, I is a monster in this comp. She just freezes everything every 10 seconds. It's just freeze. Dead. Freeze. Dead. Freeze. It's just insane. Like, I couldn't even start to play the game. Like, look at this. Like, I can't even play the game. I'm just frozen. It's so oppressive. Because even if the units got behind here, remember, right? Praetor is going to attack the lower HP units. Even if the dogs or whatever gets behind Brokir, or I think it was Brokir, they are going to go ahead and get frozen by Eye, then insta-targeted by Praetor, and then they're going to go to the next Ice Crystal, still get targeted by Praetor. It's just disgusting. It is disgusting. Honestly, You could do something similar, I suppose, if you did like Lily, Dahlia, Yovar, Brokir, or something like that. Because Yovar would target the low HP units as well. Not to the same effect as Praetus, because Praetus, right? Um, Ingrid replacement with Dahlia. Dahlia is going to slow the units as well. I mean, talking about, I actually kind of like that. I feel like it makes sense. This is another one of those Nightmare teams. Don't know what I was doing. Don't know. Right? Win condition is ideally I can kill Torador. Also, I learned something today about a better way to go about this. So, shout out to Eternals. I learned something from y'all. Appreciate it. Right? But this is just a hot mess. I'm gonna run at them. I'm gonna die. Watch this. Just goodbye. Goodbye. This is pain. This is literally pain. See, here's the thing, right? I already know that Hatsid is probably A5. That Ajax is definitely A3. All those units are probably like A5. So, I don't know what I was doing. Props to you. I don't know what I was doing. I challenged it. Why did I challenge it again? I must have... I think I know what happened. At this point, I think I was just like, dude, I gotta go figure out a strat for this. Like, something needs to work. Newsflash. It doesn't work. So the hope is to go ahead and kill Torador, right? Or at least put him low. So all this is happening. Hots is taking out the Fool. The Fool barely gets to do, like, anything. And then, let's slow down. Ajax is nuking this destroyer. Like, this destroyer doesn't even get a chance. Gone. Deleted. Zapped. Like, what? Okay, and then let's slow down, right? He just got here. He just got here. And he just got bopped out the map. Mind you, right? I have 115k, 110k, 110k, 104k, 100k is my affiliations, right? So it's not like they just do damage. Eternals is ridiculous. They're just good. All right, similar comp, but here's the thing. Here's why like the unit composition matters so much. This is the exact same comp. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but there's going to be less anti-synergy because Reeve is just going to provide stuns instead of pullbacks. Also, he gives more block, right? Also, another difference, this is Lily instead of Carnelian, so these units are going to be topped up, right? I'm not going to run into a situation where I just go ahead and kill Balin like I did on the other one. So watch. Everything's pretty standard. Pretty standard. Also, I remember this. Pelagios does damage. Like, I literally remember I was like, your Pelagios hits. Jeez. So, slow it down now. At this point, this is where the swarm kind of kicks in, right? Pelagios already has ult again. I'm starting to get units that are kind of getting bounced around between Brokir and Reeves. They should spawn up units. There we go. Dogs. So at this point, I should take up all of the block for Reeves. But here's what happens. Brokir, ult. Freeze. Reeves, ult. Stunned up, locked up. No chance. Pelagios. Ult. Pull them all back. Back to Brokir. Frozen. Disgusting. Disgusting. Run is done. Run is done. It's over, right? So, props, I like it. It works really well. It basically just keeps all the units in this perpetual stun lock. But guess what? There's one dog. One dog gets through here. Right? One. But here's why. I actually don't know why. Let's see. This is standard. Standard. And here we go. I'm gonna drop another Necro and Healer now. Probably back tile. Double dogs. Interesting. Oh, I see what happens. I'm basically hoping, yes. Brokir ults. These dogs are just there. Skeletons spawn out here. Pelagios ults. Ah. He targets out here. That's why this dog gets through. But see the value of Reeve here? He is still stunning this unit. Even over like here. Like basically until he gets into the crystal, he is still getting stunned. Like that's so valuable. Because that means like anything over here, here, here. I wish probably like anything in this little radius, like if you like look at my cursor, like anything in this radius is probably getting stunned up. It's ridiculous. And that's how it works, right? Reeve just gives you that extra block. Gives you stuns for days. GG. And those were literally my attacks. I got 2 wins and a dog, so I'll take it. I'll take it. That's the second best guild in the game, right? So props to them. Props to them. They're disgusting. Anyways, hopefully you learned something. If you're using Thalin, maybe think about replacing him with Reeves. If you're thinking about using Thalin, maybe even push him back a little bit in your comps. Just think about replacements. Think about synergy, because that's always going to be the thing, right? If one unit is going to go in slow, but you need another unit, or you need the units to be close to you so you can do damage, it's like you might want them to be closer and just pump out more damage, right? But also, this map is very tricky based on unit placement just because of how the corridor is, right? So just think about where you're placing your units. I really think that Ingrid, Praetus, Mari, Ezreal, combo in any way, if you can recreate that with like a Yovar, not as good as Praetus, but still decent, you're probably going to find some success. I'd imagine, right? Anyways, those are like my final thoughts.